Hey everyone, how's it going? Blue or 2792 here. Here to continue on my Let's Play of Divinity Dragon Commander. So I hope everyone's basically been, enjoying, decorating your houses or making gingerbreads houses or shopping for your families. Cause I know I did. And I think a lot of people would get that feeling, because it's Christmas, or well, not really, not Christmas yet, but it's that time of year. And I basically been seeing all kinds of Christmas decorations on people's houses, and it just gives a really nice feeling. I don't know what it is about it, but it just gives a nice feeling overall. And guess I can't really say much more than that. Except, there hasn't been kind of a lacking of Christmas specials on TV. I mean, I guess they're kind of saving them up till Christmas Eve, but I mean, you don't. And by Christmas special, I mean those hour-long shows that are solely based on Christmas, or even some Christmas movies. I mean, yeah, I mean you got Medea's Christmas that's out in theaters right now, which is pretty funny. I mean, I saw it. I had a good time with it. But you don't really see shows like Santa Claus is Coming to Town, or even a Rudolph show. Again, probably saving it up till Christmas Eve. But anyways, let's see what Prospera has to say.
I hope you don't mind, Commander, but I've requested that a few of your generals should undo the havoc that is being caused by a group of lizard rebels. These misguided souls have taken to the teachings of a cult that worships the so-called one god.
Oh, damn.
Causing no end of unrest where they dwell.
Oh, damn that. It has begun.
I'm sure Henry and Edmund are the proper officers for the job, wouldn't you agree? They'll need to be diplomatic, though, if they seek to succeed.
Here it comes. The battle between the one god versus the many gods. Let's see what Edmund and Henry have to say about that. Oh, hello Scarlet, how you doing?
Dear old lady, our Prospera, but it saddens me to see senility is taking hold. She wants me to work together with that barrel of gin they call a general. It would be almost comical if it weren't so galling.
Oh, damn. You always make me laugh, Henry. Or Edmund, I mean. Sorry.
Commander, a word in your ear. There seems to be a spot of trouble in one of the provinces. Some lizard rebel running amok. Naught but a trifle that Prospera has requested us to deal with. But she wants me and Bloody Edmund to go together. Yes, he's a lizard too, it stands to reason.
Yeah.
But the man's as pleasant as a cactus down your trousers.
True.
So if you don't mind, I'll go alone.
Alright, I need my generals to be able to work together in a civilized manner. This will be a good opportunity for practice.
Practice? I'll be practicing skittles with his ball before the day is out. You know that cold-blooded creature annoys me to no end.
I know.
I'll follow your orders, Commander. But we're supposed to quell an uprising, you know. Not add fuel to the fire.
Oh, man. Okay, now wait for the hijinks. How we're doing,
What would
Catherine?
you inquire of me, Commander?
Nothing yet. Hello,
Sup,
Charlotte.
Commander?
Hey. Let's see. Is there anything in the engineering bay that I need at the moment?
How can I be of...
Let's see. I guess I can go with chemical warfare for my grenadiers. I'm gonna visit the royal chamber, see what Maxwell has to say.
Praise be that I know more than 100 languages older than mankind itself.
Damn.
If not, these books would mean very little to me indeed.
Oh man, that is too true. That is way too true.
Gladly shall I do so.
Not. Yeah, there's nothing really I need from here. Purifying flames. I may keep you on the back burner. But what Maxwell says is kind of too true, because a lot of, like, you know, mankind's history of ancient civilization, we can't really fully understand because the language that kind of, what these ancient civilized people wrote in are gone. Like, whatever happened to the book that kind of said, hey, here's explains what, or what this word means. Some of them are gone, so that really just sucks. Anyways, strategy map. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, apparently last time I left off, I'm basically taking over everything in this continent except for this part. I guess I'll just move my guy right here, drop these guys off, come right back up there, move this transport ship up here, move this one right here, to basically blockade the country. So the only way he can actually get through is attacking this spot or this spot. I'm gonna buy another transport. And well, how many? I got 2 armors, shaman, grenadiers, 400. Yeah, I'm popping in some. Transport, hunter, and an armor. And I think I'll... Hold on, is there anything I can do? Tavern, War Factory, Tavern, Parliament, War Factory, Gold Mine. Oh, Wizard Tower. Yeah, I'm selling you. So crap. Okay, I can't build anything yet at the moment, but I will build it next turn. And he threw 1 grenadier against my entire army, based in Mordburn. This doesn't even require me entering the battlefield. I'm auto-resolving that, because they'll just bam, pick them off right like that. Two generals sent to quell minor provincial problem. Don't they have a war to win? Ask indigenous counselors. War economy pays off, some say. We ask, at what cost? Emperor's dark secrets and white lies. Your generals acted as influenced the empire. Oh sweet, my armors get a speed boost. And another armor speed boost.
What a pair Edmund and Henry make, Commander. Worry no longer. The insidious religion of the one god no longer tempts a single lizard in the realm. They either pay homage to the seven, or have the good sense not to prattle on about gods at all.
I don't know, that seems a little bit of hypocritical of you, Prospera. Because you're trying to have like a republic and try to like, you know, quell something like this down, but then, I don't know, it just seems a little bit hypocritical of you. Anyways, I'll go visit the bar. I'm gonna talk to Edmund
Never
first.
would I have expected the likes of Henry to wag such a silver tongue. There must be some brain cells left neath that simian cranium of his after all. Holding on for dear life, I expect.
You're always funny. Henry.
We've returned from our mission, Commander. All's well among the lizards again. No more praise for the one god anymore, but proper prayer for the seven, or whatever floats their boat. I was hoping for at least some resistance, so that I could spill a mite of their cold blood. But there was none to be had. Diplomacy, aka idle chatter, saved the day. Wasn't such a bad thing looking back on it, that serpent of an Edmund tagged along. Obviously, we were plotting each other's demise from the get-go, but when push came to shove, we both wanted to appear the greater general, forced us to bring our A-game.
That's exactly what I wanted from you two.
Long story short, the cultists renounced their evil ways and were accepted back into society. Boring as fig stew. But Prospera's over the moon. She can stay there for all I care.
Yeah. Anyways, engineering bay. Gonna buy some more upgrades for my troops.
How's that chick to be?
I'm gonna buy a parliament. Buy some shamans and a warlock. Oh. And then my turn. Cult of Crazy ladders with leniency. They deserve death on diplomacy. Claims outrage Yorick. Whoa! Got a couple of good cards. Got some mercenaries, sabotage card, imp upgrade card, and some mercenaries. Oh, I need it in the throne room. Let's see what bill they have to offer this time.
Commander, you know we elves sometimes stuff our pipes with a few Druidini leaves so as to experience its gentle, mind-altering effects. There are some that say its use should be outlawed, but I want to propose the exact opposite. Studies have shown this plant's medicinal use can do wonders to alleviate pain. So I think every doctor should be allowed to administer Druidini like any other remedy.
Alright, so what's the point? Will you allow the medicinal use of certain narcotics? Oberon. What do you have to say about this, York?
Both in sickness and in health, we recognize the judgment of the gods, Commander.
And here we go.
In convalescence and death. Interfering by means of medicine is already a sin. Adding the use of vile narcotics to the equation merely aggravates the misdeed.
You, Silvervein?
What is it with the elves and their damnable love for hallucinogenic leaves? I've seen those who use it, sitting around with bloodshot eyes, talking gibberish. Medicinal! Malicious, more like.
Prospera?
Commander, if Drudenite truly possesses the qualities attributed to it by Oberon, and under responsible medical supervision it may be used to alleviate pain, well then of course I support the elven bid. It is only logical.
What about you,
Our
Short
studies
Fuse?
show Oberon is correct, Commander. Sure, it took our researchers a very long time to write down their results, which they did in the weirdest of phrases, and for some reason they net. But one simply cannot dismiss their deductions.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Thank you,
Go ahead.
Commander. Drudenai really is a wonderful herb if used with care and consideration. Hopefully the bad reputation it suffers among the likes of Falstaff and Yorick will dwindle in time because of today's decision. Light those pipes, I say!
Yeah, let's get high later. York?
Thou hast erred. Let pain be thy penance, for it sweats the sin from your skin. So say the 7 scriptures, Commander. Therefore it is truth. What could you possibly hope to achieve by denying the truth?
I'm gonna call you out on that later on. But just not now.
The use of Drudenai is in itself a sickness, Commander, and can never be a cure. Patients will leave our clinics as addicts, destined for the gutter. The dragon makes for a fine doctor indeed.
Prospera?
Very wise of you, Commander. Let us hope, though, use will not lead to abuse. In
Yeah.
fact, let us not hope. Let us supervise.
Yeah, you're right there, Prospera. Short Fuse?
Well done. I'll be sure to inform our scientists their efforts were not in vain. I'll procure some Drudenai, a couple of pastry chefs, and bake them a cake that will blow their socks off.
Alright, back to the engineering bay. Get some more upgrades in. Ah, dang. Oh well, back to the bridge. Doping doctors administer Druidate to patients. Leave hospitals as addict. Where the hell did they come up with the undergoing plastic surgery? Dwarves are at an all-time low. Imps are undead or so-so. Elves and lizards all-time high. Ooh, I got diplomacy. Increased population country by 200%. Sweet. And I got some warlock mercenaries. Awesome. Hello, Silvervein.
Dall's Jarwin White Whiskers strikes again, Commander. He's the foremost dwarven scholar, as I'm sure you know, and he's about to publish his 1000th article on natural history. Rumour has it he'll make a startling new revelation, and I'm anxious to read all about it.
Really? Oh, hello, Henry.
Edmund seems to be in a mood fouler than an ogre's abattoir. We were just trading routine insults when I said, your grandmother was an orc. And immediately he tried to get his hands round my
Oh, damn.
madcap lizard. Who gets so upset over such a childish taunt?
Wow. I think you struck a nerve with that one.
Sup, Commander?
Anything you need to know? Nope. Edmund.
Commander, a most grave and ignominious matter has come to my attention. Some dwarven quack, styling himself a scientist, claims he has found conclusive proof that we lizards, and some form of degenerate aquatic orc, are descendant of one and the same ancestor. He means to publish this rot in the Rivellon Scientific Gazette, thereby causing irreparable damage to our species' reputation. With the utmost insistence, I therefore urge you to halt this publication. And if the matter of censorship bothers you, think nothing of it. By blocking the printing of this inane nonsense, you're safeguarding not only the good standing of all lizards, but of the illustrious Gazette as well. A dwarven scholar, really? The very notion is ludicrous.
Oh no, you do have like an IQ of like 400. Okay, that's a little over the top. Like an IQ of like over 200, I know that for a fact. So if you're sure this guy's wrong, I'll stop the publication. Only for now. But I would like you to have a word with him. See if he's really is on to something. If he is, then I'll go with it. If not, then tough luck for you, pal.
Yes, well, I have a few words I've been saving for just such an occasion. He'll recant his aberrant ideas about evolutional origins, unless he wants me to teach him a thing or two about extinction.
Oh man, Edmund. Wish I could see that high. The way that's gonna go. Engineering bay. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy out these upgrades. And if you're gonna ask like why I'm buying so many of these upgrades, even though chances are I'm probably not gonna use them, they're gonna help me in all those auto-resolve battles. Because I really don't know what really is about it, but just when they're fully upgraded, they are better than the non-upgraded ones in an auto-resolve battle. And I'm gonna end my turn right there. Lizards and orcs once bumped ugly. Dwarven scientist discovers shocking truth. Hey, we got some orcish in here after all. And I got 4 hunter mercenaries. Awesome. Upgrade from a warlock and a parliament. Awesome. Oh, hello there, Silvervein.
To be honest, Commander, I had expected more of old man Charwin. One has but to look at lizards to see whether they be distant relatives of orcs or not. Some great-great-great-grandmother of theirs romanced a snail at some point. Silly creatures.
Huh. Let me see what Edmund has to say about it. Oh, hello, Scarlet.
Edmund is of a very rare sunshiny disposition today, Commander. Gives me the shivers when he bids me good day instead of offering me his normal stare. You know, the one as if he's looking upon an accident left on the carpet by someone's dog.
Yeah.
What would you inquire
Hello,
of me?
Catherine,
Yes,
Edmund, or Henry. Sorry, why do I keep getting those confused? Hello, Edmund.
Commander, I must admit I was not wrong. I had less correct than I could have been about Dahl's Charwin White Whiskers, the dwarven scientist whose findings riled me so. As it would turn out, his article was far from complete, but the Rivellon Scientific Gazette wanted to publish it nonetheless, so as to make an ill portrayal of us lizards.
Oh.
The chief editor is some exasperating elf, apparently.
Well, I'm not surprised.
By a lizard in a business deal. Of course he was.
Why am I not surprised?
researchers' true findings, though, are quite interesting to say the least. The ancestor theory seems likely, but somewhere down the road a complete split was made, wherein all that was strong and shrewd flowed to our line, and all that was backward and bland was left to the orcs. His work is a celebration of lizard triumph in the course of evolution. I have seen to it. It will be published the realm round.
Well, more power to you, Edmund.
There we have it. A dwarven scholar worth his salt. I'd thought it as likely as Henry showing a display of wit. But I was mistaken. And that is a phenomenon less frequent than a snowstorm in the deserts of youthful Gaul.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like I'm needing the throne room.
Commander, I'd like to address some issues I have with the Rivlon Times. Now, I know the press will try to embellish stories to make for more savory reading material.
Yeah, of course.
But half the stuff they print nowadays is fabricated nonsense of an almost always sensational or slanderous nature. I want you to reprimand them, Commander. I want it to be known that from now on they must either publish the truth or else publish no longer.
That's... Again, that's hypocritical of you, Prospera, but that's like... Damn. Well, let me see what the other people have to say.
The Rivlon Times is no more than a daily dose of heresy for those that sinfully partake. Rather than admonish, you should abolish the thing altogether, Commander.
Alright, Oberon?
I couldn't agree with Prospera more, Commander. The Rivlon Times journalists aren't simple fact-finders. No, they ferret for filth. Ever since I've become a counselor aboard the Raven, I've discovered dwarven newspapermen under my bed on no less than 3 separate occasions. And one I caught climbing through the bathroom window.
That doesn't actually prove they're not ferret for filth. And again, I'm going to call you out for something later on. Just for the people who are watching this, just continue watching my future videos. Trust me, I will call him out on being an a-hole later on. What about you, Silvervein?
The Rivlon Times is a dwarven and therefore commercial enterprise, Commander.
Uh-huh.
Juicy stories sell copies. That is simplicity itself.
Sad but true.
I categorically deny, by the way, that our editors spread lies. Or at the very least, spread lies on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So, if a chambermaid divulges to us a minister of the crown likes to spank his mistress in the bedroom, and this later turns out to be untrue, she is at fault, not we, for having printed her tale.
You make a very excellent point on that, Silvervein. What about you, Short Fuse?
No interest in this matter at all, Commander. I'll just flip a coin then.
Flip a coin.
Tail means no. And heads. Yeah, go ahead and reprimand them.
I guess we restrict the freedom of the sensational press. I gotta say no on this, because if I start restricting the press to only be my press, then how long will it be till the press that's my press ends up becoming filthy and all that stuff? So besides, I'm a true believer of free speech, so I'm gonna, well, plus my support for the dwarves are at an all-time low, so for many reasons, I'm gonna have to go with no.
Commander, I am a lizard and therefore thick-skinned and cold-blooded. But the things they've written about me, those words pierce my scales and boil my blood drop for drop. They have no shame, those dwarven reporters, and shame us all, time and again.
You just got an article, a scientific article, that pretty much bumps you as like a superior species. What are you talking about? Hello, Silvervein.
Very good, Commander. I knew you'd be one to trust the Times. After all, when have they ever said a bad word about you?
Over a dozen times, as a matter of fact. But I won't get into that. Oberon?
So, the Rivlon Times is given lease to continue printing lies unabated. Once I looked back after passing a particularly lovely lizard in the park and the next thing you know, an entire editorial is devoted to my person, filled with accusations of infidelity, adultery, and a couple of perverted practices I won't repeat here. You'll be laughing from the other side of your face when it happens to you, Commander.
Oh, damn. Oh, it sucks for you. Dark?
Those dwarves mock everything and everyone, Commander. They spare not even the gods. Should be put in the pillory, not operate the printing press.
Well, then don't rate it. I mean, if it's just words, then why be so serious about it? What about you, Short Fuse?
Commander, when you flip a coin, the outcome is holy. It's awful bad luck going against the coin, especially if your very own head is on the one that settled the matter.
Oh crap, because I wrote that they're basically using coins to shape my head. Oh. That's funny. Alright, engineering bay. Let's see. Is there anything super buy that. Strategy map, and I'm not gonna do anything. So, end turn. Dwarf scholar celebrates lizard lineage. I've been drunk, but never that drunk, comments Sir Silvermane. The Emperor backs River Valentine's foil lizard censure plot. 3 cheers for the dragon. This just in. Dragon apparently hibernates. Alright. Holy crap, I got Devastators. I will talk about them later on when I actually deploy some Devastators, but they are devastating, to say the least. Oh, and I got some Imp Fighters. Hello, Catherine.
Accursed be that hothead of a Henry, Commander. I'd rather swallow needles than endeavor a constructive discussion with him ever again. You know what he's like on the field. Always must he fly solo. Always must he go charging in like a bull in heat. Ridiculous. If he's thinking at all about what he's doing, it's with his brain that dangles, not deducts. The man's a menace. A danger to himself and others.
Okay, what's going on? Let me talk to Henry about it. Hello, Edmund.
How delightfully entertaining to see Catherine and Henry exploding in rage over a strategic disagreement. Like children they are, vainly trying to prove to one another they have the better toy.
Oh man.
Of course, none of the two realizes they could argue till the dwarves grow tired of gold and never reach the tiniest epiphany.
True.
To wage war requires a distinct brand of genius. Where they are found wanting, I am found abounding.
Hey, Scarlet.
What's up, Commander?
Henry.
By all the gods, real or imaginary, devils take my manhood if that Catherine creature isn't a bigger bitch than a mountain-sized mastiff.
Damn.
So what if I wage war by my own rules and care little for her so-called team tactics? That's no reason to question my ability. She's lucky she has tits to prove she's not a man, or I'd have beaten her more savagely than a dwarf is anvil.
Wow.
Besides, what's the use of standing shoulder to shoulder when you know the fella next to you will run once the swords start ringing and the blood begins to flow? Aye, that's what happened the day I lost my arm. I stood my ground, alone. And the rest of the Emperor's generals, they outran their wives and their litter trying to escape. So much for loyalty. So much for duty.
Man. Damn, that's just rough. Oh look, I can imagine it's hard to put trust in someone when you've been through that big of an ordeal. We're here, all of us here might not form like a band of brothers yet, but we never will unless you actually give us a chance to.
I find it a lot easier to tell the benefit of the doubt it can go shag itself. But if you insist, I'll give the others a chance. Though I'm sure they'll prove to be a bigger disappointment than looking for a brothel in an elf town.
Huh. Thought it would have been very easy to find one in there. Anyways, engineering bay. Go for the last piece of upgrade. And at this point, I'm just gonna wait it out till because there's only a maximum amount of gold and research points I can actually get in this part of the conquest. And I'm just gonna max it out because the next act I will really need those research points and that gold like right then and there. I can't really get into it too much, but once it happens, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna end my turn. They end their turn. Raven bartender tired of General's drunken babble. All he talks about is his imp arm, and he tips worse than a dwarf. And oh, I got upgrade for the warlocks and some shamans. Hello there, Catherine.
Oh, my head. Feels like there's an imp wedding celebration going on in there and they've just lighted the fireworks.
Damn.
I drank shots and played poker with Henry, Edmund, and Scarlet. Not a dime left in my pockets. But it was rather jolly, in a vulgar sort of way. Men will have their simple pleasures, you know. Games of chance, drinking games, etc. All made for a welcome change from Henry's moody ways, though. He was rather cordial, if you can believe it. Thought I'd see Maxos shave his beard first.
You would. Let's go talk to Henry. Let's see if he's feeling that much better of a mood.
Commander, so I took your counsel to heart and decided I should give my fellow generals a chance to prove they are worthy of my esteemed friendship and perhaps even trust. What better test I can put them to, I ask myself, than the holy game of poker?
Yeah.
See who's shrewd, behold who bluffs, descry who dares, and when.
That is true.
So that's what I did. Rounded them up and played from dusk till dawn. You were right. They're not a bad bunch once you get to know them. Obviously, I left their purses emptier than Yorick's skull, which does do wonders for my temper. Can't rightly say if that endeared me to them, but I'm sure as hell would like to see more of them once this month's wages come in.
Oh, man. Hey, Scarlet.
What's up, Commander?
What do you say, Scarlet? Shall we be victorious in the end?
Why, yes. Soon the crown shall be yours. I hope you're ready for it.
I'll be more than ready for it. Hey, I'll be ready for it. I shall take my leave. And Edmund.
Next time Henry wants to play cards, I'll tell him I'd rather tongue kiss a rattler.
Damn.
Such an unrefined game, really. The pastime of booze hounds and imbeciles. Quite unfit for a man of my refinement. To change the subject entirely, could I receive my wages a bit earlier this month? I've had some unexpected expenses.
Oh, you mean like how you had to pay all the money you lost? Let's see what the counselors want now.
Commander, you know that many of the greatest imp inventors and scientists suffer no end of injuries in the line of duty. New and fickle weapons tend to, well, go boom at inopportune moments.
Yeah.
Often, we heal their wounds with magic and replace lost limbs with marvels of engineering.
Uh-huh.
Ever so often, they are beyond repair. In that case, we like to end their suffering by means of Black Rose extract. In the eyes of the law, though, this is murder. So let us scrap that law.
Oh, okay. So allow euthanasia. What do you say to this, Prospera?
Mr. Shortfuse's proposal is a meritorious one, Commander. Every sun must set, and if the setting is one of suffering, why not speed it along with Black Rose?
Silvervein?
No dwarf goes gently into the dark night if he can help it, Commander. We fight against the dying light with every sinew in our bodies, and no needle-wielding quack will ballywell interfere. Only those who clung to every last breath are worthy of the eternal warrior's afterlife.
Oberon?
Trinculo is quite correct, Commander. That law is woefully outdated and should simply be abolished. Sometimes to kill is the only way to be merciful.
True. York?
Life is a gift of the gods, and so of course is death. It is not up to mortals or undead to tamper with either of them, which is precisely what those impish charlatans are trying to do.
That kind of falls flat when you add like war and stuff. But Shortfuse makes a very excellent point, so I will allow it.
I'm glad you're being so sensible about this, Commander. One of our doctors had to resort to jailbreak after ministering to a miserable old dwarf almost burnt beyond recognition when he dozed off with a pipe in his mouth. Set his beard aflame in no time, the poor bugger. What could that imp do but slip him sweet sister sleep?
Prospera?
Very wise of you, Commander. Pain is such a terror. To relieve one's patients of it should be a physician's foremost care, even if sometimes relief may prove to be definitive.
Silvervein, you're pissed.
So now we're catering to the weaklings that choose drugs over defiance. Doctors ought to treat their charges to the very end, not sing them opiate lullabies.
And I have no comment about that. Oberon?
Well done, Commander. It takes an enlightened mind to weigh life against death and realize that sometimes the latter is the kinder condition.
Yorick?
If someone's last days are days of agony, the Seven have willed it so. Ease their torment, and you thwart the divine order. One more example that sacrilege is inbred in science.
How much? What is my rating with them so far? Okay, so imps and undead, they're about even. Dwarves, you're still pretty pissed at me. Elves, they're lower than the lizards. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to the bridge, and one more turn should do it. Yeah, press the end turn button. So you want to continue? Yes, I want to do that. Illegally gambling rampant aboard the Raven. Whispers about orgies. Oh man. Your policy of the following concept. Your shamans will have the cripple ability for one combat round. Oh, that's a sabotage and oh damn, that's pretty good. Alright, and I'm gonna end this video right here. I hope you people enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to subscribe. And Merry Christmas to everyone. Have a Happy New Year. And I'll see you guys next time.